stunned on his debut here back in 2017, didn't he, when he became the youngest ever MVP with one of the greatest debuts in Mosconi history. And they are going up against the world #1, Fedor Gorst and Shane Van Boening. So to get into this one, let's hand over to Jeremy Jones and Michael McMullen.
Well, even over 4 days, it's amazing how much impact just one early moment can have on an event like this, and often does. Billy Thorpe's missed 9 had the look of potentially being such a moment. Now it falls to the two giants of this US team to try to repair the damage. So much experience on show in this one, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael, and what a match this is for doubles, and the first doubles match of this Cup. And really, you know, if it ever came downhill, it's two captains' picks for singles, but you could see the value maybe picking some doubles if it ever got to that situation. All right, looks like he's trying to draw into the 3, and what touch that is. This 3 is going to end up difficult, even though close quarters, Michael, but a nice shot for Filler to open.
This is actually the 5th time that Filler and Alcaide have been on the same Mosconi Cup team together, but amazingly they've never actually played as a doubles pairing.
Well, that's because, you know, you usually don't have 2 rookies and you're going to do different things with different squads, but you can't mind this team if you're a Europe fan. And it's hard to explain really why, but David Alcaide in the last 6 to 8 months has really reached a new level of 9-ball pool, in my opinion, just like he showed in the team match. A couple of those long balls and none more than the 9 he sank to keep that lead for Team Europe. But just huge what he's done and how he's doing it. There's a gap here. Looked like he was going to get a devastating snooker, but this has opened up. It's not easy, and it's kind of, in my opinion, no doubt that Fedor Gorst was going to take it on.
The extension, please.
So much experience, as we said, and for both of these guys, it's their 7th Mosconi Cup, the 2 Europeans.
Yeah, and you wonder about this decision because Fedor Gorst did not get to strike the cue ball besides that break shot in the team match.
Such a disappointing Mosconi Cup for Gorst in Orlando last year. Looking to get off to a good start this time. This wasn't easy, but sort of ball we see Gorst bury on such a regular basis.
That's what happens when you have to go into a ball. You never can determine exactly how much of it. Caught the 9 a little thin, and now long distance for his partner.
Yeah, it's been far from smooth sailing in this opening rack, but that'll just make it all the better if they end up coming through and taking it. This is the key moment. Not in the way we might have expected.
Yeah, watch how the 8 hit the pocket, hit a little thick to one side. That's what cost him the cue ball.
Okay, so we talk about little moments.
Got more options to get the safety. Yeah, like this. I think this is the best shot with all the balls there. Now Josh can do the same with all these balls in the vicinity of the 1. He can do a lot with this kick shot. Yeah, just kind of push it over. Now, of course, the best jumper on the planet, Fedor Gorst, has a decision to make.
Only 5 years of age, Gorst, two-time world champion, almost won a record equaling third this year, still #1 in the world rankings. As he watched the cue ball trundle towards the corner pocket and eventually topple in.
Yeah, you just can't explain how slick the bed is here at the Mosconi, and you think you can.
Mentioned Alcaide's record in singles and doubles. He's the only guy still playing in the Mosconi who can remember playing triples matches. You remember those, Jeremy?
I actually never got to play him, but yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah, he played a couple way back. Made his debut in 2006. Not Alcaide's night so far, though. What do you make of this, Jay?
Yeah, the side pockets are tough as the corners, and they really are tougher because you have no side rail to kind of use to guide the ball in. We always talk about the sides, how difficult they are, and they always come into play.
What a chance now for the US to win another rack. They look to be heading the other way. But work to do yet, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm guessing the 7 goes in the side. Or it'd be nice for America if it did, because this is a little odd on the 6. If the 7, the brown 7, doesn't play in the middle. And they didn't talk about it, so that tells me the brown does play in the middle.
Americans really need to do better in the doubles this year. In Orlando, 12 months ago, out of 6, they only won 1. Singles was much more evenly matched, so they've got to fare better in doubles this time if they're to have a chance of winning for the first time since 2019. And if this 9 goes down, this will be a very useful start to the first doubles of this year's Mosconi Cup. Two racks the Europeans were in control of, but they've ended up losing them both. Gorst and Boening lead by 2 racks to 0. Orlando last year played 3 of them, lost them all.
Yeah, very good stuff there from Team America, but that's what David and Josh were both talking about. Things didn't go really well with that opening shot. They were going to set America up. Now, does Josh Filler take an easier quick shot down to the 2, or does it go in between the 4-5 to the top cushion? And that's what he's doing here. A lot more value kicking this way.
Well, that could have finished worse. Boening coming to the table. He was talking yesterday at the press conference about how when he first played in 2007, he was the young guy going in against the older guys, and now, of course, it's roles reversed. But he isn't even the oldest player in this doubles. Alcaide is almost 47, so 5 years older, really.
Trying to take it to the lower left, get some separation.
Now we're seeing a bit of everything on this opening night, Jay.
Yeah, the cue ball's all over the place. Did stay on the table, though, so it counts.
You could see it sort of arcing its way back on there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of spin on the cue ball, plus the angle of the rail bringing it back.
Looks fairly routine from here.
Yeah, tricky little shot on the brown, though. Not really knocking it in, but you don't want to fall straight on the black 8. Made sure he hit it hard enough to get that bounce off the second rail.
Could have won the first, could have won the second, didn't win either of them. 2022 world champion Shane van Boening with his first break of the contest in rack 4. Race to 5, remember, to get this point on the board. So 2 breaks from the Americans, Jeremy, and both of them dry.
Yeah, the one's been missed by the Americans now 3 times, including the team match. So the break hasn't been on their side. You could see that arc on the one. The path initially was good, then it bent towards the pocket. And an absolute cupcake for Team Europe to get started. Is a difficult out, though, but they have a chance to tie the match. I'll tell you, a funny little first shot here. And it's one you got to sweat. But once they get past that first shot, have shape on the blue too. This is a very nice layout considering it's the Mosconi Cup and how intense the pressure is.
First played in 2017, Filler. Amazing debut, won all of his matches. He was MVP, made the winning 9. Ooh, but he hasn't made that 2-ball. Oh, no way, no way. Oh. And the hand of apology goes up from David Alcaide. Filler looked embarrassed by that.
Yeah, you can say it's the commentator's curse, but did fluke the 7, but definitely has changed the complexion here of game number 4. This 2-ball not playable. And you can see right there a little flinch in the cue stick because these players know when they like it and when they don't.
Extension, please.
And David, as crafty as he is, tactically, this is something different, and that's why pool is so difficult. Oh wow, he shoved it in. You know, sometimes when the ball sits funny near the side, Michael, you can kind of compress the rail to kind of pinch it in the pocket. And I think that's what happened here.
Let's have another look. You can see how energized they are in off the backboard.
There, try to hit that half ball. Yeah. Okay. Look, push.
Push out.
No. It's good.
Team USA, it's your choice.
You know, in my opinion, from last year when it came to on the table, and this has happened on a few occasions in this event, you know, Team Europe was just better tactically, and it really showed about mid-match. I think it was like 4-4 in the cup.
Team Europe, please.
And then from there, they won most of the tactical battles, and that's one thing you can't have. You know, it's one thing for them to be better at it and maybe squeak out a little better percentage on you, but they can't win a higher percentage no matter if you're the favorite in any one department, no matter which team it is. All right, he's kind of rolling the dice here, per se. Oh, he's going to love it. He's going to love it.
Never misses an opportunity to work the crowd. He's certainly got them on his side there. Plenty of Spanish flags in the crowd. Cheering on Filler's partner, Alcaide. So the Americans increasingly under pressure in this match, remember? They were 2-0 in front not so long ago.
Well, they know as great a safety as this is, Michael, that you're not out of the woods when Gorst has the short cue in his hands. Probably a favorite here, believe it or not.
absolutely right in your assessment of Gorst and where he ranks in terms of his ability with the jump cue. It wasn't all that close there.
All right, doesn't want to just roll up on the three. That's always a bit more nervy, even though he had to get into the bottom of the cue ball. Much more comfortable shot for David, understanding the setting.
Boening also had a pretty miserable time last year, including the doubles, played 2 of them. Lost them both. Only won 3 racks in total in those 2 doubles matches in Orlando last year.
It's tough.
Yeah, Shane hit the kick shot pretty well, considering he was trying to come across the 2 like he did.
Let's go.
But did leave a shot. What do you do for position on the red 3, though? I tell you, cueing it off the rail with a little inside spin, that's something special there.
Again,
Try
it's
to
the
get me
sort of
straight.
shot you back Filler
Straight.
on.
Straight would be good.
Backs himself.
Because angle is not good. I want to
You
come
can
here.
just see the momentum starting to build now behind this European pair. They have a chance here to lead for the first time in the contest.
Shot. Shot, David.
Remember, 4 matches on this first night, so if the Europeans win this point, then any hope of America taking an opening night lead will already be gone.
It's good.
I don't know if he got there.
You think?
He was trying to
You
get
can
him
make
too
this.
perfect,
You
I
can make
think.
this. Extensive.
The extension, please.
Well, he could have. I know it would have been more cut on the purple 5 to the 9, but he could have rolled forward easy another inch or 2 and no problem, I think, on the combination.
That's good. But don't play too hard.
Lost his first 4 singles and doubles last year. Did manage to finally get a win. Hill against Mickey Kraus on the last day. At that stage, it was only delaying the inevitable of European victory.
Well, a little delayed response there from the pink 4, but it did fall. I don't know if that falls on day 2 or 3. Did catch a lot of the side cushion.
So it should be theirs now. This is exactly what they needed. Break and run, get the momentum back if they can finish the job here.
Yeah, and if you're Fedor Gorst here, not too hard of work here on the 8. But keep the cue ball off the rail for the 9 and your partner. This is where you didn't want to be, as near the cushion.
Extension, please.
Well, even with all his experience, this is a test for Shane Van Boening. They won the first 2 racks, the Americans, in this doubles. They lost all of the next 3. But they've won this one. Nerves of steel from the 5. It leaves Germany, he wins it.
Yeah, perfect, really. Did fall hair straight, but that's why you play aggressive when you're in good position. Go ahead and try and get close to the green 6. That way you can handle a lot, whether it's the shot or maneuvering the cue ball. And I tell you, you know, you could say this about all 10 guys in this event, but and most pool fans and pool players around the world would, but what I'm getting at is how you like playing partners and you know Josh Filler's behind you. You know, when it comes to position play and little things, it's so much less stress.
Takes so much power. Wow.
Just a moment of stress there for Filler himself. Not quite where he wanted it to be, but should be fine.
Yeah, he's not worried about the 8. He's worried about the cue ball path, and I think he does avoid the scratch with a high ball.
Yeah, 8's fine, obviously, but still expect him to be nice on the 9. Just a little tension at the end of the rack. Alcaide, of course, is already scratched into that pocket once tonight in potting the 8. So this is a little tester for Filler. This to get the European pair to the hill. Nice, efficient rack from the US. The European pair respond in kind. Came up dry from his only previous break in this match. Americans have got to win this to keep this doubles going. Oh, he's dry again.
And I'll tell you, I know it's only day 1, Michael, but you said it a second ago, one of the best breakers, if not the best breaker ever. And I think he's taken away that advantage by playing it a little softer. And he just saw his partner, Fedor, really unload on the rack, and he made 2 or 3 balls.
I try.
So I think you got to go firm if you can do it.
Will that break from Van Boening be the last American shot in this doubles? And we've seen it time and time again during this run Europe have had of success in recent times. If they start to get away, they tend to keep pulling away. Sometimes it happens right at the beginning, like here at Alexandra Palace 2 years ago.
Want to go there?
Other times it's kind of in the middle, they start to build a lead, but as Europe get a few in front, particularly at home, the momentum can be
going
unstoppable.
There, you just need to hit the 4 ball or 5 ball, it's over, you know. Or you play with inside. Try to make it thin, go with inside, come back here. With inside, yeah. If you make it thin, let me see. Okay. I think it's possible, but even if you're here, you can still play safe.
Yeah, I kind of liked his first options, trying to tickle the pink 4 with the cue ball. Oh, he hit it sweet. He hit it really sweet. A little heavy on the speed, but like Filler said, they always have the safety option. So America will get back to the table. Won't be a friendly position, but they are back at it.
Just feels like such big moments already. They came here 2 years ago. They lost all of the first 6 matches. And you were the captain, Jay. And really, that was that. There was no way back from there, and a long way from that now. But you think of Thorpe's missed 9, the way this may slip away as well. Could be a lot for the USA to regret from the first 2 matches.
Yeah, he can go 1 rail between the pink 4 and brown 7, but I think what you're going to see is he's going to go between the pink 4 and the 9, and watch the arc on the cue ball. It's going to be cueing down on the left side. Again, watch the speed. About mid-table, this cue ball will start to arc. Oh, he arced it too much.
And now it really could be the end.
Start the shot clock, please.
So just one more thing to be done correctly. It wasn't a promising start to this doubles for the European pair. They could have won both of the first 2 racks. Instead, they lost them both. As a Mosconi Cup doubles pairing, and they have beaten the 2 American giants, Fedor, Gorst and Boening by 5 racks to 3.